My name is Jack McCarrick, and I'm an Autosys or Workload Automation Administrator at a large technology firm in Long Island, New York. Workload automation, particularly Autosys, WCC, and what I'm here for is idash. That was my topic that I spoke upon yesterday, a new product from CA. Well, most of all, it automates the processes we need to get done at night. We've grown into it. We have several thousand jobs in our production environment right now, about 40,000 altogether. And that number is going to be growing because with the success that we're seeing with certain applications that have submitted jobs to the workload automation, other groups in our company are saying, hey, we want to get on board too and automate our processes too. Well, benefits are certainly it's automated. Reporting facilities are terrific. Also, when there is, let's say, a failure of a job, it's very, very easy to report that incident, that event, and we can certainly notify the appropriate personnel who need to be notified of that very, very quickly. Oh, very, very well. We started off with, it was called Autosys, and if I say Autosys, I really mean workload automation. It's easier to say Autosys. Version 3.4, then to 4.5, but once we went from 4.5 to 11.0 and now 11.3.6, great stability as time went on. We have great faith in the CA tech support website and their response to us. Every time we have a question, even if it's just a question on functionality, never mind it might be a problem that may come up, they respond to us very quickly. So we feel very, very secure with that. And that actually is also true for many other CA products that we have at our sites as well. The IT company that I work at is a very, very big company that uses many, many CA products. I'm just using a few of them right now. No problems with scalability at all. Our centralized Autosys server, I'm just taking some numbers off the top of my head. They're running processes, jobs on several hundred client machines without a problem at all, you know. And we foresee a growth in that as time goes on over the next year or so, certainly. Oh yes, by technical support, I would take it to mean if we did have a serious problem, which happens very, very rarely, we contact them by email. Yes, we have. And they have come back and they've resolved every single issue that we've had. No, not complex at all, very, very easy. One of the products I'm working on now, which is CA idash, a monitor for the automation tools, extremely easy to use, extremely easy to install, to set up, to configure, and run. In fact, that was one of our reasons for going with it this past year, that particular product of the whole CA workload automation package. I've wondered about certain features. Our release of idash right now, which I'm talking about in particular, is 11.4. I saw release 12 here in the labs and in the presentations, and I'm just blown away by the features that I see. And many of the things I was thinking about, asking about, they're already answered in the new release. CA has a roadmap, and they have even more features coming in down the road, which I like very much. So we're very, very happy with that. And that goes across for other products as well. We had Autosys 3.4, which used to belong to Platinum Technologies. They became part of CA. And you know, I'm thinking right now, compared to what it was like then, back in 2004, the number of jobs was very, very small. But we knew that as we went forward with CA, with the new releases, that it would grow very easily with that and meet the demand, which it has done. And we don't see any problem, any limit to the software at this point. Obviously, cost is one factor. I never get involved with that, but cost is a factor. That's a very good question because we recently purchased idash this year, and it's intended to replace a third-party competitor software which we're using right now. And even though idash was about 15% more, because of licensing and ease of use, that 15% more is more than paid for by the flexibility we have, because the other software, we're limited to how many instances we can have of it and how many jobs it can see. idash, no limit at all. As many idash instances as we want, and there's no limit to how many Autosys environments we're going to be monitoring. And that's a real plus for not only the users, but also IT management and upper management as well. Well, Terma Labs was one, and that was about it. We're replacing Terma Labs software called JAWS with idash right now. We're still in the process of converting over. Management would love to have it happen as soon as possible. I would say perhaps by the end of the year we'll be ready to cut the ropes with the old software and continue with idash. And also, in the meantime, we're going to be installing and testing out the new idash R12. Well, at least 9.5, 9.6 for sure, you know. I probably shouldn't say 10 because I want to give CA something to work at and work towards, all right? So 9.9. I heartily recommended them, even if they had software such as the Terma Labs, JAWS, or something else, to really very seriously consider looking at idash. For the lot of features, it's so easy to use. I said CA will be very glad to do a proof of concept test trial install for you, and then you can do a comparison. I didn't try to push people, say, oh, idash is a lot better. I said, I think they should decide for themselves, you know. But I think it'll be evidence once they get it in, look at it, and do a comparison. There's a good guarantee they'll go in that direction, I would think, based upon my own experiences.